Okay, in previous class we have started this topic Java applets. So Java applets mainly basically required for Java application which will be executed in the web browsers or web pages, which will be executed in the GUI screen. So before this applet, we have learned the different applications, which is basic programming, and that can be applied in the console application, that can be applied in anywhere in any type of application that can be use it. Okay, but for GUI application, you need some other things like applet, AWT. These things we will discuss. So last class we have started this topic Java applet. For Java, applet is a class which is predefined, and that class we are inheriting and use the some methods of that applet, or redefine some methods of that applet. Okay, so here last class we have seen there is a method, that is paint method, which we are redefining. Means paint method is we are overriding. There is this applet class having paint method, that we are extending applet class, we are extending in our class, and paint method we are defining, where whatever outputs will be showing on the screen, on the GUI screen, that for that purpose we will use paint method. And when you run the call the this class file through the browser, so that paint method will be executed immediately when the applet starts. Okay, so and inside the paint method, whatever you have used, that can be, that will be visible on the screen. So there is a another class is there, that is graphics class. That is graphics class. Graphics class is under AWT package. So AWT having a graphics class, that you have to import, so then you can use it. So the paint method is receiving one graphic class as a parameter, and that using that object, we will call the graphic class methods. So out of these graphics class methods we have discussed, there is a method drawString. DrawString method is used for to display a string on the screen at a particular row and column position. In row and column position will be mentioned in the pixel position. Okay, and that, and your this must be your inside the screen, like suppose here the in this program the applet code is your, this is your first, and when you compile this class, it converted to first dot class. So that will be called in the HTML code. So in the HTML code you will call the class file, and this is the width and height you will set, and the your window height will be like this. The window height, the applet height in the window will be 300. 300 means 300 height, 300 width. So your screen having a some number of pixels. Okay, height and width. So this is the size 300 and 300. Okay. So now this drawString method is used to display the string at a particular this pixel position, XY position. Okay. Now and we have executed this program, and which we have got the output. Now in the Java, nowadays the applet is blocked by normal browsers. So to test these applets, we need one application, that is applet viewer. Using applet viewer, you can run one applet program, and through the applet viewer you will call the Java program, under which the HTML code is written. This code is recognized by your applet viewer, because in the applet viewer we will call this file Just a minute. So when we call the program, like when we run the program, we are writing applet viewer, then the program name, the class name, sorry, Java file name, like applet viewer. Suppose suppose there is a program applet image.java. So that file I am compiling, and when I call that using applet viewer, then applet image.java. So Java file contains, this Java file contains one HTML code. So HTML code having the in that HTML code that is written. So let's just see here in the HTML code, this is the these are sorry. These are the lines code. One line that is tagged with applet \applet, then code equal to within double quote the class name. Okay, suppose here applet image dot width dot class, then width something, height something. So this is the value which will be passed, and that the applet will call this class file. So this class file is created after compiling this Java file. Okay, after compiling this Java file, it will be compiled. Okay, now let us so here the example is written already. So suppose this program name is fast.java. Here Java C fast.java. Then after compilation, it creates fast.class. But when we run, we need to write applet viewer space this program file name, source file name, fast.java. From here, it will extract the code which is written as the tag in the tag, that is HTML tag. So HTML tag. So here applet viewer creates one like a browser screen where you can see the output of this program for testing purpose. But for as a in the real life, that will be executed in any internet browser. That may be Internet Explorer or whatever. But nowadays, because of this is blocked, so we need not to unblock these things in the browser for testing our applet. We will test this applet using applet viewer file name. So applet viewer is provided by the Java compiler. And we have seen some graphics methods in the previous class, like draw string to display a string at particular XY position, draw rectangle to display, draw the rectangle, fill rectangle, draw oval, fill oval, draw line, draw image, draw arc, fill arc. So these set color to set the color. Okay, for the next the different methods outputs. Okay, so these are the methods which we have tested and used this. And these are the codes, color codes. Directly you can write. Automatically it will set these values. And this is a sample program which we have tested, and this like set color method is used to set the color. So syntax is like this, and draw string, draw line, draw rect, draw fill rect, draw oval, set color. So this program, this source code I have already shared with you. Then next we will see the applet context. Applet context that runs inside a browser or applet viewer. So in the applet viewer or in the browser, these applet contexts are run. Okay, are running. Means an applet running within a browser can ask the browser to do things for it, like fetch an audio clip. Suppose you want to play one audio clip, show a short message in the status line, show a different web page. So these are the different context in the applet which can be requested by the applet to the browser. So the browser can perform these requests or ignore them. The browser can perform these requests or ignore them. To communicate with the browser and applet calls, the java.applet.applet getApplet context method, which returns an object that implements an interface. So this method is calling. So think of applet context in the communication path between the applet and the browser. Okay, let us see some methods of the applet context. Show status. Show status is a method which show the status in the status bar. Whatever string will be passed, that will be showing in the status bar. Okay, show status method. Now next is getApplet. Return an enumerated of all the applets in the same context, same web page. Okay, so here it will create another applet of same thing. So getApplet, you can pass one string. Show document URL means suppose you want to show one browser's particular URL, you can do write like this: show document, then within parenthesis capital URL, the keyword, then this small whatever URL you want to pass. Okay. Now let us see one example, that is show status. Show status method calling in our program. Just see the source code, the program. Here we need to import this java.applet.star. Okay. Next import java.awt.star. Then import java.util.date. So three things we have used. So date method we have used here to find the current, get the current date, system date. Now these are the three things we are importing. So here this is for importing on the applet class or any other things from the applet. Then AWT is used to abstract windowing toolkit, you can say. We will discuss this later again. So java.awt.star, which we will use for drawing the use the graphics class. Then java.util.date. This date is date class will be used to use the date inside our program. Now see here, here I have written this show status test. This is the class name, show status test, and we are inheriting from applet. Whenever you are using any applet, you need to extend the applet class. Okay, then only you can then only you can use this paint method, define the paint method, and you can write the applet things. Now public void paint graphic G. So date dt, a date type variable created, object created equal to new date. So this is to create a date type object. Okay, so date, here we are importing the date. So here what happens, this dt is created, and current system date and time is stored in the dt. Now g.drawString welcome message already you know. This is a graphic class. This g.drawString, then welcome at 150 position. Then we will call the show status. Show status is called through super keyword. So it is required to call the parent class method. Super keyword is used to call the parent class constructor or method. So if you write super parenthesis start end, then it will call the super parent class constructor. And here show status is the method, parent class method. So who is parent here? In this class, parent is your applet, because applet is extended here. So in this applet class, there is a show status method, and here show status method is called. Okay, so from applet class, to call the applet class, so we need super.showStatus. So in the show status, the parameter is, here you see the syntax. In the show status, parameter is string message. What thing you want to show? So here it is written, today is dt, means it is a concatenation. You know the print like println. Here today is dt means the dt value will be printed at the status of the screen. Okay, So this is the main objective of this program. Now here it is called the source status dot class. With this is the method. Now let us see. Let us compile this program. So compiled successfully. Now to execute. Now here applet viewer dot source space source status dot java. So here we will use the source file. But when we call it, it calls the extend text mode. Just see the program here. See it. Welcome is showing at the 150 150 position, and the status bar in the applet viewer there is a status bar. In the status bar it is showing the current system date and time. Okay, today is Thursday, November this. Today's message is written in the code. So today message is written in the code. Here today is then DT. Okay, so this is the output of DT. This is the rest of output is the output. If I write here, give here one thing. So now if I call, okay, so one hyphen is showing here. So, but here you see in this screen, till now it is executing. So it is not returning the prompt. When you close this applet viewer, then you can here automatic some options are showing, or directly you can close it. Okay, after closing it comes back to the command prompt. So this is one example of show status method of your applet class. So this is one context, applet context. Another is get applet, show document. So show document, let us see one show document program. Another program we will see, that is suppose your moving banner. Okay, moving banner. Just first let us execute this program, then we'll go through this program. Okay, that moving banner. This is a very good program. You can get something tips to write these applet programs. Let us execute this first, moving banner.java. Just all of you just see what happens here. One text is scrolling here. One text is scrolling in a particular range area, and that text character by one character, and from the right side it is coming and placed here, and the entire text moved towards left. This is a program in the applet. Okay. So now let us go through the program. Just see here. Here in this program, we have used two things. One is your applet. Another we have used the thread program. In the thread, we know you can extend a thread. Means in the thread, multi-threading application you can design. And to use the thread, you need to extend the thread. And another method to use that is implement the runnable. Two methods are used, two ways to use the thread. Now here public class moving banner extends applet, implements runnable. That means applet is a class which is extended, and runnable is an interface which is implements. So as you know, using multiple inheritance concept, we can inherit two things, but not two classes. One class you can inherit, another interface you can inherit, or multiple interface also you can inherit. Okay, that is possible. Here applet is the class which is inheriting, runnable is the interface which we are implementing. Because here we cannot use thread, because thread is a class. So multiple thread classes we cannot extend. So that's why we used here runnable implements and applet extends. Okay. Now see it by one line. So during this discussion, you may write also the lines. This is the line. This is creating a string. That is a string variable MSG. It is moving banner. That is the message. The text stored in MSG. CHAR CHA. This is a character variable, and boolean stop flag equal to true. Stop flag value is set to true. So boolean data type is created, and using boolean data type you can initialize either true or false. So here it is set to true. Then thread T equal to null. Inside this class we use thread class. So thread class indirectly used in the runnable interface. So here we can use it. So thread class is used to create a thread that is null, and null value is assigned to thread, means it is not initialized, only it is created a reference. Now to run the thread, we need a method, start method. Start method need to override. So here start method is defined here. Start method is defined here, and in the start method, this T equal to new thread. This means a thread is created, which the variable is T. It is reserved in this, created here, but memory reserved inside the start. Every time for every thread, means start will execute. So that's why one T will be created inside the start method. Now stop flag equal to false. So false value is set to stop flag. Okay, T dot start. So this means the T thread starts the execution. So this is one thread will be executed. Now another method required, run method. When start method will be called, run method need to be executed. So run method is defined here. In this run method, just see here, for semicolon semicolon, that is, this is for infinite loop. Then try, here it is used as a exception handling program. Then within Colibra start and end, repaint is a method which is calling the paint method repeatedly. Okay, means paint method will be called repeatedly, that is repaint. Okay, repaint is a method which calls the paint method repeatedly. Okay, because if once paint method will be called, you cannot call it repeatedly. So for calling the paint method repeatedly, the method name is repaint. Okay. So thread dot sleep 250. So this will wait for 250 millisecond. Then CHA equal to MSG char at 0. From the 0 position, it extracts one character. It extracts one character and store in CHA. So all these things we have discussed in our theory classes. So char at is a string for method which extracts from this index position. So MSG at the beginning, MSG containing space, it is a moving banner space. So this is the content. Okay, from here, that means at the beginning when it starts the execution, it extracts a blank space and store in CHA. And now MSG equal to MSG dot substring within parenthesis 1 comma MSG dot length parenthesis start and parenthesis close. That means substring method is called from the MSG, that is it is a the total string. From the total string, from one position till the end, entire thing will be extracted and stored in MSG. Means the MSG previously it is space with something. Now that space is stored in CHA, and this rest data, that is it is moving banner this space, this part will be stored in MSG, overwritten. Okay, now MSG equal to MSG plus CHA. Previously Now at this point MSG contains this thing, and CHA contains a space, means space will be shifted to right. This space shifted to right now, means two spaces now. So after that, if stop flag, if stop flag value, what is the stop flag value? Stop flag value is false here. Now this run method is called at this point. So if stop flag, that means if stop flag is true but stop flag is false. So if stop flag is true, then break. Okay, so here it will not break, so it will continue. It will continue. Now after it continue repeatedly infinite times. Okay, never it will be true, so it will not stop. Okay, so once so this run method will be called for one thread. So similarly for multiple threads, it calls separate. Now catch. So this is your try and catch block. If any error exceptions, interrupts exception will be there, then it call the catch block. Now another stop method also of thread class. So thread class stop method, this stop method calls here when the stop method calls stop flag equal to true value set, t equal to null. Okay, next paint method. Paint method is your class, the method of applet class. So paint method, inside the paint method, g dot draw string msg comma 6030. So this is running. Now the intention of this program is to create multiple threads, and each thread will run separately and stops also. Okay, so this is a small program. So this program I will not share in the WhatsApp. So if, whatever you have seen here during my scrolling in the recording, you can note down. So this is your task, to go through the video and write the program, and you will test it and submit in the lab assignment. That is your task. Okay. So this program, again I will execute and show you and execute this program. So now this applet viewer moving banner, the text, it is the text, one character every time coming and printing on the same position. Okay, actually it is printing the data, not there is, but it is looked like it is a scrolling text. Okay.